Hey guys, Elite Legionarii here, bringing you a 2 versus 2 for Rome Total War. This is a Pre Marian game, so it's 2 Roman factions versing off against each other as teams with Pre Marian rules, so that's what's going on here. Now, originally I did this battle live commentary, and it would have been live com, which would have been a lot more fun, but I found out when I went over to see the file that I hadn't had my microphone turned on, so there was no voice, so I had to, I always say the replay though, so I'm able to it'll be a standard replay this time, but I'm sorry about that guys, I would have preferred a live com myself for you, but this is what I've got. So anyway, I'm teamed up with the Julli, which is led by a person named Jan, and he'll be facing off against the Spqr, which is Milesius, and I'll be facing off against Liam Neeson, sweet as the great Irish actor in command of the Scipii. Be pretty chuffed it with a real deal. But anyway, my army consists of 4 units of gold Astati, 2 units of gold attack Velites, 2 units of gold attack and 1 with an experienced chevron Roman archers, 5 units of gold Principes, a silver Roman general, 2 gold Triarii, and 4 gold Equites. I wanted to go with a more cavalry heavy army this time if possible, because the Equites are not that great as a general rule, but nonetheless can be quite fun. So our plan was to stick together and support each other, basically, where the other needed. So his army consists of, or Jan's army consists of 5 units of gold Hastati, 5 units of gold Principe, 3 units of gold Triarii, 4 units of gold Roman archers, and 2 units of gold Equites, and a Roman general with 2 upgrades. Now, the Scipii has gone with a smaller infantry army, but with more upgrades than mine, so he's got 3 units of gold and 1 experienced Astati, 3 units of gold and 2 experienced Principe, and 4 Triarii, which are gold and either 1 or 2 experience each. Also got 3 Roman archers, which looks to be either gold and 2 very heavily upgraded, I think it might even possibly be maxed out Equites. So I asked for my ally to send me an archer unit to assist, because I will lose the missile duel probably because I'm outgunned, and plus the Spqr is forming up here like so. Now the Spqr's force, I might just pause very quickly while I outline it, consists of 4 units of Astati here, which are silver, 1 silver gold and 1 gold Triarii there, and I think it's the silver one, 2 silver ones on the left flank of his army, and 3 units of gold Principe, with a heavy contingent of 4 Equites gold and 2 gold cavalry auxilia, which is an interesting choice, nonetheless a fun one. Plus he's got 1, 2, 3, I think it's 3 units of gold attack Roman archers. So anyway, I'm going to advance up here. I was hoping to use my Velites as a peeler shield, but they're going to absorb a lot of fire here, but that is perfectly fine, as long as they don't get too cleaned out. But you'll see in a moment that the Spqr player goes out to the extreme out here with all his cab, making a fatal mistake, because his Roman archers are now completely undefended. So I'm going to seize that opportunity very quickly and send 2 units of Equites out to destroy them so that we can have missile superiority. So here they go now. We're staying loose apart from each other, but close enough to support one another, so that we don't get into too much difficulty. So the Spqr player is dividing the attention of my ally, but I've got support ready for my ally if necessary. So these Roman archers are isolated, and the Spqr player falls straight into it. I will lose a few men to missile fire, but nothing extensive, and I will rout pretty much the entire archer line of the Spqr, and I will pull out of that pretty cleanly without too much difficulty. So as you can see, we are now dueling away with our archers. and he has to take his attention off my Valete. If he keeps it up, he's going to lose the duel. So the SPQR is trying to get round behind us, but I have sent my Equites back to support him. And I'm also, the SPQR is making a fatal mistake here. He's allowing his Triarii to chase us. Not a good move. And I will catch and stop his Triarii with my unit of Triarii. So I will also use my cavalry to support. I'm going to rush forward my Velites here. This is to simply occupy the Scipii and have him waste Pila, while I use my attention over here to deal with this attack by the SPQR. I don't know if my ally actually spotted it very quickly anyway, but I will turn around and I will come into a system, and Archer Fire will be poured in as well. So a lot of this cavalry does do some damage, but it's going to be quickly beaten down by the assaults from my cavalry and the combined forces of these Triarii here. So that was a very quick attack, and here the SPQR divides his forces out. He attacks completely alone. This was not a wise move, and it's cost him his general and his troops now.
He's dead. His men know their doom approaches.
So this unit here was actually rushing forward there, didn't want, but he's expended half his Pila on my Velites, and I still have all my Pila left, pretty much. Except for the few I threw on these approaching SPQR guys here. So I'm going to reform my line here, guys. I'm going to bring my Triarii back out here, and I'm going to send the rest of my cav around the flank here to get rid of his archers, and then I'll use my other Triarii and Equites to hold down his missile forces and outflank him. That should give the time my ally to get round and get himself reorganised. So he brings his Equites in close, but they're going to receive a good volley of Pila from my Astarte, which are now throwing their Pila in, and they are going to be pretty decisive in that little engagement there. They're going pretty evenly, even though he's got more upgrades on his men. So now he's going to charge in. I'm content to let that be, that's fine. Here he does get a good charge on me, and I only just catch it in the last moment. But he does bring in Triarii, but I'm going to bring in my own Triarii as well. And while this has been happening, I've been mopping up his archers with my Equites out here. So the missile supremacy is now mine, and he has to peel off other units from this fight. And I still have a complete reserve of Principe, which are just absolutely slaughtering his own Principe with their Pila. He was too hasty with his Principe, and in my opinion, Principe had the most decisive force in the main infantry battle, because what you do is you pin down with the Astarte, and then you use your Pila decisively with the Principe. So now my ally comes in with his guys, and I decide to rush in here to get some more action, but most of his men break. Over here we're getting quite decisive, as my general's in there, my guys are in there, I've got some Principe in there, and I will be able to rout him pretty decisively. My ally comes in and supports. Not that I really needed it, but it's a good ally who does support when it's needed.
So the spirit of his army is broken too.
So now the rest of these Roman troops shall break. These Triarii hold though, which is impressive. They are Triarii, so they're not too bad morale-wise out of these units, but they will break now. And I will catch and run down any routers I can to keep them from coming back. There are a few cavalry auxilia giving us some. So the brave general fights on, and we were pretty decisive over here. As you can see, mostly blue bodies. And here, my Astarte did take some beatings, but not as much as his did. As you can see, there's an enormous field of Scipii bodies there. But the SPQR player actually wrecked that for the blue team, I think, or he attacked completely unsupported, and that is never a good thing. I don't know whether he had a plan and his ally didn't listen to him, I don't know. But the point is, you should never attack alone. If your ally's not willing to, you're going to have to just adapt to a defensive game style. I know it's not exactly likeable, I don't like when that happens, but attacking on your own is never a good idea. So, mean, this is a pretty nice varied field. There's some red, there's some green, there's some blue, and there's some purple, but mostly there's a nice green pile there, but most of that's blue. As you can see, most of my infantry has come out quite well, but my Hastati did take some serious beating, some quite heavy beatings in that, but nonetheless they were pretty decisive. So now we're just running down whatever's left with my Equites, which were very decisive. My general gets into the thick of it all, which is pretty sweet, and a heroic victory. So this has been a pretty quick and decisive battle here, but the mistake was made by Milesius with his too aggressive, basically, approach to this. So I had 1,450 men, I got 1,190 kills and 919 left, and Jan had 1,504 men, 1,279 kills and 1,218 left, so very good effort by him, or her, I'm not sure. And Milesius, 1,456 men deployed, 360 kills and 95 men remaining. And Liam Neeson, who won't be finding us, and he gets pretty beat up with 1,160 men deployed, 559 kills and 28 men remaining. So Liam won't be killing us tonight or today or whenever. So Roman general gets 75, so it's nice. But apart from this Equite, they all come off real nicely. This 192, 137, 88, that was pretty awesome. I put quite a bit into my Equites, which is why it was paid off. So if we look at my Hastati, 61, 61, 65, 53, 74. So they came off slightly better, but really even fight there. But his ones were packing extra upgrades, so that's pleasing to me. Principes, let's see, I think that's 29, 57, 21. So they didn't get heaps of casualties, but they hardly saw much battle. Triarii, 71 for this unit, they took some beating, 29 for this one. Valites, they took a lot of his archers' attention, which was fine, and my Roman archers did well as well, so everything did good there. The main thing again though is that me and my allies simply supported one another and we worked together and it ensured victory, whereas the other two did not work together and they lost. It is that simple, guys, in 2 versus 2s. In most cases, a team that's working together against a team that's not working together will win. It's that simple. And me and Jan worked together and we won. You know, we didn't do anything spectacular, we just supported each other and we came out more dominant than the others because they didn't support each other. It's that simple. So if you're new to Rome Total War and you wanted some advice about team battles, communicate with your ally, work together, support one another. It makes it much easier to win. So anyway, good game to those 3 players. Thanks for playing, guys. I certainly hope you enjoyed, and thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed as well. Pre Marian battles are always really fun, or I always really enjoyed them, and they're not that common, so it's good to see them. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon next time.